Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Recently inducted into the Hall of Kinda Good. It's the Audience of One show on Conroe's 106.1 and 104.5 FM, streaming on irlonestar.com and available wherever you tend to get your podcasts from. On today's show, we discuss driving a train while on meth, taking your cell phone from while behind the wheel, and when a paranormal tour gets real. I am Andrew, maestro of the run sheet, next to the guy whose phone contact list is 4% deceased people. It's Dick, Tunnel Access Schisler. This mic is so incredibly hot, I could hear your stomach gurgling, which is why I started making laughing there in the middle of that intro.
We're trying new things.
Holy cow. Anyways, what's up, man?
Nothing.
I swear it sounds like you're in my head right now. Like literally.
Well, turn
in
down
my
your
head.
headphones.
Yeah, man.
That's all you got to do.
I noticed you got a little look there.
Yeah, I shaved.
Shaved. No beard, Dick. It's been quite a while since I've seen your bare face. Look a little bit like a turtle without its shell, but otherwise,
Yeah,
not
I
too
grew it
shabby.
out when I got a divorce, and now I'm a new man.
Has it really been that long? That's when the beard started.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I've already been drinking every day. Might as well just look like a person who drinks every day.
Yes, right.
Yeah. Talk about tunnels and, you know.
Tunnel Access Schisler, man.
But yeah, no, it's just I cut it wrong when I was shaving, and then I was like, all right, well, I guess I just need to start over.
Yeah, no, you look fine. It's just odd. I know I have had a beard now for several years, but back when I would grow it and then shave it, every time I shave it, I'm like, my God, it looks so weird. Of course, you don't look weird. It's just you're not used to looking at your face that way. You know?
I was like, man, you are a piece of poop.
Okay, I was going to say continue.
Nah.
Well, I was out of town all week, man, and it is good to be back. And I realized something that I do when I leave my house for either a short period of time or a long period of time. I tell my dog goodbye. Do you do this?
Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
I asked my dog, how was your day? So
now, if the dog responds, then we have an interesting story on our hands.
I'll be like, what drugs did I just take?
But I've noticed that if I'm leaving for a long period of time, I will go over there and pet her and say, goodbye, I'm leaving, it'll all be okay. But then when I'm leaving for a short period of time, I'll tell her, I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to the store. I'll be right back. And I swear she knows the difference. Yeah. I swear she's like, oh, that tone, he's coming right back. I know it. But I had to give her the I'll be back not shortly speech. So she's all right, though.
That's good. Right. Yeah. Yep. I did my first national tournament for bowling, and it was a lot of fun. Went with like 40 plus people, and that was really cool because we basically had strength in numbers, so they couldn't tell me what I could do and not do. And like,
the mob mentality. Yes.
Yeah. It was great. And then I had a wonderful time. I did recognize something. Is I really do have too much fun. To where everybody the next day, because we bowled 2 days in a row, the next day everyone's like, you looked like you had a good time yesterday. And then after like the fifth person, I go, well, did you decide not to?
I think when someone tells you, it looks like you had a good time yesterday, that's kind of the equivalent of saying, you look really tired. What does that mean? Do I not look good? Why don't you just tell me I don't look good? But they don't want to quite tell you that. So what that means is you were really drunk last night. But they don't want to say that. So they code it. It's coded language.
I liked it.
Oh, you were having a really good time. Yeah, I was. In fact, thank you for noticing.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not tired. I always look this way, a-hole.
Even like this week when I was at working at the alley, people were like, oh, I heard you had a good time. I'm like, I'm glad I'm the talk of the town. And I didn't even get naked.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, man.
I did walk around a lot, though, and I did find myself in places that I wasn't supposed to be in.
And you look down real quick and go, pants check. Yes. 2 for 2. What do you mean you found yourself in places you weren't supposed to?
Well, casinos are fun. It's like the second time I've been to a casino, and there's like you'll love this. One night I guess they had ABBA or something there, like ABBA, like the cover band,
Cadabra.
But it was like the band ABBA,
gotcha,
music
yes.
of ABBA or whatever.
Gotcha.
And I was trying to find where I could go see it, and I couldn't find it. And one guy's like, "Oh, it's already started. Tickets are sold out." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Next thing I know, there's a room open to the right, and all these people are wearing like Afro wigs and like just ABBA type clothing. If you know who ABBA is,
A themed party, as we've talked about before,
I walked
right?
in, and I was like, "What's going on in here, guys?" And so I hung out with them, got some free drinks. That was great. That's one thing I love about the casino is everyone is just like okay with free drinks.
Yes,
and I like it. And I was like, this is my kind of place. I can just wander around. And one thing too I love about casinos, because we were there for like 4 days, is the demographics change every day. So it's almost like I don't know how to, like it's almost like a certain restaurant. Like, oh, we have senior day, so it's all seniors today, and then it's all blue collar day. So everyone that's like, because there was a lot of people wearing their reflective gear still, like they literally got out of their work trucks and just walked right into the casino. And then my favorite day was the Friday, which was all the golfers. So everyone's still wearing their golf because they're golfing tomorrow, and then all their wives, and it's just like.
Well, lucky for you, you went on not homeless but look homeless day.
Oh, I was all over the place with my. Oh, one guy really liked my shirt. This old dude, he was like, "I like that shirt. I used to have a shirt like that." And I told him, I go, "I'm not trading shirts with you, dog."
Did you get his number?
No,
knowing
he got me a drink though.
Knowing shortly that he will be deceased and he'll be in your contact list.
Yeah, and but no, the observation at the casino was great, especially the people who, like the oxygen mask folks. That's next level.
Yeah, man, that's keeping it real.
Like that's when you see a person with an oxygen mask playing slot machines.
I have seen
pretty great.
Remove the oxygen mask, take a puff of a nice Pall Mall cigarette, and put the oxygen mask back on.
Yeah.
Now that
no, it was there were some wonderful people there, and it's definitely I had a lot of fun. And the bowling was cool too. I guess I didn't really like how everyone was so serious there.
Well, it's a tournament, Dick. Yes, that's supposed to be serious.
Like I'm talking like stuck up serious.
Oh, that's the type of tournament you went to.
Yeah.
So.
Like I pull out my phone, and one guy legit goes, "Hey, no video recording."
That's right.
And I was like, "Okay." I wasn't. I was just looking at my phone, and I look around. I'm like, I see all these like they have stands. They have stands, you know. They were recording. And I don't.
Rules are rules, man.
I liked it though. It was.
So the main question is, are you going to go back? Is this not your scene?
I will say I hate traveling, but that's already known. Like that was the worst part of the whole thing.
Yeah, is it really considered traveling if it's just a 4.5 hour car drive?
It was raining, and it was.
Yeah.
I think what it is just like time doesn't exist when I'm driving.
Mm-hmm. Well, it shouldn't feel that.
And same thing with the airplane. I'm like, I hate it.
Like, at what point does a car ride become traveling? Because I wouldn't say I'm traveling to the grocery store.
Well, I would say when you you fill up your car. Before you get there.
If there is a need for a fill up in the gas tank, that's officially traveling. I like that. Okay. All right. I have an extra large gas tank, so my definition of traveling is probably going to be a little bit different than yours.
But
do people in electric cars ever travel then? Oh, no.
I can't imagine running out and having to sit at that fill station in your car for like an hour.
Yeah.
But what's ironic, though, is on the way back, it was a lot more fun because we stopped at casinos and stuff like that.
Sure.
So I was like, why don't we do that on the way there? Like
you probably had a place to be at a time to be, but on the way back.
Yeah, I guess. And then, but yeah, overall it was great. I don't know if I would go because I think it's in Reno next year.
Yeah, I think it is.
So
I will be there myself.
Yeah, you should go with the group. That was really cool. There was like 40 of us, and we all wore matching jerseys, and like
you can't tell me what to do.
All right, fine.
Dick, I kind of noticed. I feel like the fact that everyone now has a cell phone in their hand, basically at all times, has really reduced the amount of graffiti that you see in bathrooms. I feel like I don't see as much graffiti when I'm traveling out, stopping along roadsides or wherever. Yeah, and I bet it's because people are occupied by their phone. Instead, now they're just ripping out the sinks and the johns and streaming it and putting it on TikTok or something. But I do kind of miss the I like wiener with your phone number underneath it every now and again, because there were some bangers at some of these roadsides, but anymore it's just boring.
You say that. There was a bowler there. He took several pictures of going around town of penises, and he was like, he's like, Dick, I saw you all around town. And I'm not kidding you. Like, he found, like, on a pillar underneath the highway, a giant penis, and then he found someone had a street. The street was called St. Peter's, and someone put, it's actually pretty cool. It had like the blue tile lettering on the street, and then for the Saint period, instead of a period, it was a penis. And he took
life imitating art.
And he took a picture of it. And that kind of made my trip. I was like, so you've just been looking around for penises all week? He's like, no, I'm looking around for dick. And but yeah, that was pretty funny.
So to speak.
But he was having a good time with it. But yeah, what I love is I don't really travel that much. And I always wish there was more people there that I liked. Like, I wanted you to be there. I was like, I'm like, man,
thanks, man.
Andrew would had a good time with me because we were, my travel buddy was not having a good time. He's too serious about the gambling and stuff like that.
Well, you did tell me the story that you sat down next to him at a slot machine. He'd been there for hours, and within like the third pull, you win $450. To which he turned and looked at you and said, "Get out, please leave."
Yeah, he asked me to leave, and I was like, "All right."
There is nothing more annoying than being at a machine and having some person sit down next to you and just rip off a nice win or two, and you're going, really? I thought about that machine, but I didn't do it.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. And what was great about it is how nonchalant I was like, all right, I guess I'll just walk away with $450.
But you didn't walk away with $450, did you?
No, I had one of those magical nights at the craps table. Got to know a lot of good people, and we played for like 2.5, 3 hours, if you can imagine. And then
no, I couldn't.
It was great.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time, man.
And that's all I wanted to do because I wanted to learn how to play craps, and I did it.
And
I lost $1,400, but that was to blackjack.
Yeah,
that wasn't to crap. I won a lot of my.
Yeah, crap. You're leaving a lot of details out.
I'm pretty good at craps. My win to loss ratio in craps is
pretty good.
Pretty good.
The problem you have is walking past a blackjack table on your way back home and not losing it in four hands. That's the problem.
I'm a big better, dude.
Practice restraint.
Well, and what's funny is my buddy who's a big gambler, he's like, "You're an idiot. You never do that." I'm like, "Do I look like I go gambling?" No. And I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna lose big, lose big.
You know what? You don't look like a guy who goes gambling, but you do look like a guy who's gambled a lot in the past.
Really?
It's a compliment.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about the women I go out with, yeah, maybe it's a gamble.
Yeah, it's always a gamble.
But
all right, man. Let's
overall,
go ahead.
I missed you.
I missed you too, man.
This episode's dropping a little later than our usual.
Yeah,
time.
like I said, I traveled all week, and we're just going to drop it right after this processes and just let it go. This show's going to be about as hot as this mic is, man.
Yeah,
that intro did kind of throw me off. I could hear everything you were
I'm telling
doing.
you, I'm the only one that does the audio here.
Did his zipper just go down? Good God.
No, I'm trying to figure out some problems, and of course, I don't adjust those things. I never use the things on the table.
Right.
So I should have probably put a sticky note, like, be careful.
Maybe the person before me, their show, they were a low talker.
Yeah.
So you had this mic turned way.
So I'm just trying something different. But
well, cool. Well, let's go ahead and kick off this show because we got a lot of things to talk about. Even though I was gone, I was busy. The world just continues to giveth to the audience of one show. I love it.
All right.
It's never ending. Yes, sir.
So we talk about our observations.
Yes.
You have your rant. Okay, I got to ask you something because I never traveled. So this is the furthest I've ever been in my truck. And what is your thoughts on speeding?
Love it, man. The more the merrier. What do you mean? What do you mean my thoughts generally speaking? I mean, I think there is a line at which it becomes dangerous.
Okay.
But I also think there's a little bit of civil disobedience in the areas where you know that the speed limit is entirely too low, and you're going, why is this 55 here? There's no need. I'll punch it down a little bit. But most of the time, I'm a 4 to 5, maybe 6 mile an hour guy over the speed limit. That's me.
Yeah. Well, there was a stretch of like 20 plus miles on the way to Baton Rouge that was like on a bridge.
Yes.
And you really couldn't go anywhere. And
it's like 60.
It's 60.
Correct. Which makes no sense.
Well, some dudes were going like 90. And my traveling partner was like, you can go 92. And I'm like, can I? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. And so I start going like 80, 90. And then all of a sudden, no one's going 90 anymore.
You're flying past everyone.
Yeah, and I'm like, this doesn't feel right. And then I was sitting there going, like, this is too confusing. Like, why do they make it like this, where it's 70 and then you hit a bridge going 60
and then it's 70? Yeah, I don't know. I know the bridge you're referring to, and I believe I was doing my normal 4 to 6 over, and I was passing a lot of people. And I thought to myself, do they know something I don't? Because I'm really not going that fast, and I'm passing quite a few, so I didn't want to go any faster than that. But I didn't see anybody getting pulled over.
Well, there was moments in that drive I was like, I could be going 90 miles an hour right now. Like,
I mean, technically you always can. It's just whether or not you get caught, I suppose.
Yeah,
or cause some sort of accident.
It was strange. It was a strange feeling because I felt like I had adjusted my speed a lot, and I'm not used to that. I'm like, I'll go 60 the whole time, but everyone's going so fast for an hour. And then after the hour, like, it's almost like they know the towns.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, Lafayette's.
Based on jurisdictions and
Lafayette's
different
coming
cops.
up. Everyone goes.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, that's what I was thinking about. All right,
cool. Well, funerals are traditionally known as places of sorrow and solemn reflections. But in one Peru town took a jaw-dropping turn when a widow was caught on camera twerking against a life-size cutout of her late husband leaning against his open coffin. Dick, did you see? And there is a video, if you want to show the viewers, because we do have some of those, of this woman dressed all in black, seen gyrating behind the cardboard tribute as funeral guests clapped and cheered her on. And I'll tell you what, it wasn't just the guests that were clapping, if you know what I'm saying. This, sir, is so weird. And there's a picture of it if you don't want to show the video.
No, I'm getting it. There's ads.
She's got her rear end to the coffin of her late husband, and it is an open coffin, as I said, just shaking that ass, as they say. Okay, so last week we talked about dying wishes and dead wishes. And you asked me what my dying wish was, and I couldn't really come up with anything. Well, I think I found it. No twerking at my open coffin funeral.
No, there's actually there's a live performer.
Yeah,
there.
there was a rapper.
Yeah.
There's a rapper rapping. She wasn't twerking in silence.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I like.
So
it.
You're saying twerk away? You wouldn't mind? I think the problem here is it's the open casket. If you're gonna twerk at my funeral, please have the decency to close the lid.
Do you think in 10 years she's gonna look at that video and be like, "That's a bad look"?
I think there's a good chance of it, yes. But apparently, it was one of his dying wishes was to have a rap and basically party at his funeral. I don't know that he requested his late bride, or not late bride, but his bride to twerk, but she took it upon herself. I knew that he would like this. One last time, honey. She seems to be taking the death fairly well, though, don't you think?
Maybe it's a celebration.
Yes, a celebration of life. I don't know, man.
You got that life insurance policy, dog. I'm all about it.
I don't know. It seems a bit tacky. I don't think this is appropriate behavior.
That's because you think you're better than her.
No, she's probably better than me at the twerking, anyways. I don't know. It's supposed to be more peaceful and remembrance.
I got twerked on this weekend.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You're
great.
Yeah. It was great.
Is the same girl who gave you tunnel access?
Oh, yeah.
Dick, we talked about Down syndrome Barbie.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, maybe a year or so ago. And then I think we also talked about there was a
AI model.
No, wasn't there a Ken doll that was missing a limb or something?
Yeah.
It was like I don't know. It's part of these inclusive doll series from Mattel. Well, wouldn't you know, last week Mattel introduced a new Barbie, debuting its first Barbie doll with type 1 diabetes. Okay, what are we doing here, man? This is getting out of control. What's next? Neurodivergent Barbie? Maybe measles Barbie? I don't know. But this is an addition to a line that enables more children to see themselves reflected in Barbie and encourages doll play that extends beyond a child's own lived experience, thereby fostering a greater sense of inclusion and empathy. There isn't, and I don't think there's a reason why. Because much like the Down syndrome Barbie, it looks like a regular Barbie. So you might be asking, what makes a Barbie a type 1 diabetes Barbie? Well, it's basically the same mold as they use for everything else, except it comes with a glucose monitor and an insulin pump.
Well, that's right when you said that, I go, isn't it more an accessory base?
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be, right? Because it's not like you look at someone and go, God, Look at the diabetes on that one. It's not like it's something
Right.
that you can see, right? So it's basically just accessorizing her with her glucose monitor and her insulin pump. But it says she also comes with a blue polka dot outfit and a purse. Where she can carry any of her essentials, such as type 1 diabetes supplies or snacks when she's on the go.
I'm trying to show the audience.
Oh my gosh, man.
That is kind of wild.
It is kind of wild. Again, I don't care, right? If this is something that a child can identify with.
What about type 2?
Yeah, so the type 2, I think, is what you get if you've had a few too many Miller Lights over the course of your year, your life. Yeah, it's more based on behaviors.
I thought it was sugar.
Right. Well, that's what happens, right? I think that's the type 2, I think.
Yeah, type 2 is sugar overload.
Sugar diabetes, yeah. But a lot of it's caused from self and overindulgence, I suppose. Maybe not in all cases. Sugar, right.
Not Miller Lights.
I believe it can happen from that as well, sir.
Good thing
He's looking down. Yeah, just be a big guy with a huge gut.
I'm good.
Hey, man, I just want to be inclusive when I'm playing with my dolls here.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, it is wild. And we joked at the time when we talked about the...
What's the next one then?
Exactly.
What's the next
well,
one?
that's what I said, neurodivergent Barbie or measles Barbie.
Measles.
Scoliosis Barbie.
Glucose. No, what's it called?
I don't know.
IBF.
Oh,
IBS.
IBS Barbie.
IBS Barbie. That'd be good.
Always near a restroom. Yeah, IBS Barbie. That'd be a good one.
Anorexic Barbie. What's the one you throw up? Is that
bulimic?
Bulimic Barbie.
Yeah. I like this.
Oh no, I think syphilis Barbie would be nuts. Like Ken, he's like has spots in his head. Leper Barbie.
Keep going. You're hot.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of other things.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking's Barbie would be pretty.
Yeah, I do think that if this is
do
the
they
road,
make a Stephen Hawking's doll?
I mean, I don't know, not Mattel, anyways. But I do.
Can
think
you imagine that as like a remote, and then like you have
wheel them
You
around,
have a speaker box so you can speak through it, and like ow.
I do think if this is the road Mattel has decided to go down, and apparently they have, their opportunities are endless because every few years they can just roll out some new doll with whatever the ailment is. And make a few bucks here or there. Again, I don't care. More power to you, especially if someone identifies with this. Go right ahead. I just think we've reached a point now where it's getting a little out of control. So there's a. Sorry, you showing this to the onesie? A Stephen Hawking. It's not really a doll, but it certainly is it looks like a monument.
When I saw this was a bust
or a piggy bank
on Etsy. When I saw this, I immediately thought, why would they choose to make a bust of him post degeneration of his disease?
Okay, continue.
Because he didn't always have the muscular dystrophy, or what does he have? He has one of those things.
I honestly don't know what.
But he at one point had a normal life, and this is the bust.
I think most people
remember him by.
I see what you're going.
It's kind of strange.
Move the mouse there because I think that's right over his face. Yeah. You have a point. They could have done post, or pre. I'm sorry, whatever his ailment is, bust, and they decided to. Yeah, but this is the way most people recognize him. Like, if you showed me a picture of him when he was 25, I probably wouldn't know who it is. But if you show me a picture or a statue where he's got half his face kind of sliding off, I'm like, hey, I know who that is. But you do have a point. Just trying to be inclusive, man. What's your deal?
I don't know. That kind of bothers me a little bit.
Well, they didn't ask you.
All right, true.
A Pittsburgh bowling alley is letting it all hang out. Speaking of bowling, we were talking about bowling earlier.
Yeah, I love it.
With a special Bowling in the Buff event next month that organizers promise will be
I'm going to this.
An unforgettable night. I can't remember if we've talked about this before because I think this happened last year because this is the third annual. Hosted by Pittsburgh area naturalists, the Balls Out Bowling event is a regular gig at the Crafton Ingram Lanes. This event has been at our facility twice a year for the last 3 years. So it happens twice a year. Now, I got to admit, man, bowling is probably not one of those activities I'd like to see people doing in the nude.
You know what this makes me think of is
a lot of crevices there, man.
So I get the whole deal. It's cool, whatever. But what I like about this is there's a organization.
Yes.
So the Pittsburgh area naturalists,
right? Mm-hmm.
They have their monthly meetings, And they're like, hey, we need to have more outgoing events for us. So can you imagine living in Pittsburgh or towns that have a big naturalist community, and then like you just randomly show up at like the bowling alley with your girlfriend or whatever, and it's like, oh, hey, just by the way, it's Pittsburgh area.
Yeah, I imagine they lock the doors down before that event starts.
You're like,
right?
These guys are always ruining my social scenes.
So when you attend an event like this is my question.
You sign an NDA or something?
Do you show up naked?
No.
Or do you get there and then take your clothes off?
Take your clothes off.
Well, you sound like you're speaking from experience.
Well, yeah, you don't want to drive your car nude.
Why not? They're going bowling nude. What's the point? Or what's the difference, I mean?
I guess that's if you want to see, but...
Yeah, the more I thought about it, though, because I said, man, bowling to me doesn't seem like I'd want to see a lot of people doing it nude. What activity would I like to see folks doing in the nude? So I thought about this a lot.
None.
I thought about it a lot.
I don't think there's any activity.
Thought about it during the day. Thought about it during the night. Thought about it all the time, Dick, and I came to the conclusion, yeah, there's nothing I want to see. And bowling is probably near the top of the list with all the bending and twisting. Ping pong's probably another one.
What shoes are required?
Yes, now that is the other thing, is still for safety, gotta wear the bowling shoes. So it's a bunch of nude people walking around with like orange and yellow Velcro shoes on. But this is a really good time for the women to make note of, do the shoe size and the other size, are they correlated? Right there. You've got a good sample size. You can look down and be like, well, I see that's a number 10 on the back, size 10, but not much going on there.
Well, see, I always thought like you get desensitized to things like that. Like if your occupation requires you to see nudity, so like doctors and everything. Like my grandfather was a urologist, and I always remember talking to him about it. I was like, at one point you just, a penis is a penis, right? Like and I was like, does that make you a nudist? Or is that like, what does that make you as...
Makes you numb.
Makes you numb to it.
Well, I don't want to ever get to that. I want to make sure that I never think a penis is a penis, man. I don't ever want to get to that point.
I'm already there. I'm pretty sure I'm already there.
There's a sentence I didn't think I was going to say today when I woke up.
Yeah, nudity is not really that big of a deal to me.
Yeah, but there are ground rules, and much like we've discussed,
it can be really funny though.
With nudity,
yeah, it can be really funny.
It can be, yes.
I'd be like, that woman just flashed me. That's pretty great.
Is it flashing if they're nude constantly? I don't think so.
No, you ever been flashed?
Yeah, on the river once.
Yeah.
I think I can't tell the story on the air.
Yeah, I've been accidentally flashed. That was great.
Accidentally flashed.
We were.
That's a wardrobe malfunction.
It really was, and I was like, "Ma'am, your breast is out." And she goes, "Oopsie daisy." She said, like, oops.
Did you say, ma'am, your breast is out? That's how you said it? Although, I have a good point here. You have a good point. How do you say it? How would you say it? Pardon me, madam.
I think she was breastfeeding, and then she got her, interrupted, and so she had to get up.
Just forgot?
Well, I think she had her, the towel cover on.
Had that puppy flopping?
And then she had to get something out of her pocket. Mm-hmm. And then that's where it was just out. And I was like, oh, ma'am, your breast is out. And, yeah, that was fun. And then,
now, it would have been really interesting if she just stopped, stared you right in the eyes, and said, I know. And just kept right on going. Oh!
And I would have been like, all right.
You'd be like, okie dokie. It's my right to do so. Well, much like all of these nudist activities that we've talked about in the past, there is no hanky-panky allowed. Boo! Then what's the point of being naked? That's what I say.
Well, you're in a
Nudity
club.
is required with the exception that women can wear bottoms. All right, already again, making exceptions. I don't like this. Sexual activity is not permitted. Nudism does not equal consent, and harassment will not be taken lightly. Okay, so just because someone's walking around naked doesn't mean it's an invitation, Dick.
Yeah.
Just let you know that.
Cool.
Next story, a Florida man is accused of stealing a novelty tourist train. Okay, not sure what a novelty tourist train is. And picking up bystanders on the 4th of July. Thank you. My mic sounds much better now. Now 25 minutes into the show.
I'm just checking stuff.
I swear I sounded like the voice of God in my own ears. by picking up bystanders on the 4th of July before being arrested by Key West police. This is interesting. There's a video here that you can show, but officers searched and cuffed Jonathan Patrick Winslow, 57, as he told the police, "Hey, it's my birthday. I used to work here, and I used to drive the Conch Tour train." I guess that is a novelty tourist train in Florida. Winslow, listed in jail records as an artist living in Big Torch Key, Florida, faces charges of burglary, grand theft auto, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I just love this, man. So he goes up to one of these little novelty trains, gets in and just starts driving it and starts just picking up people, random people, not people that were there to ride the train. Hey, you want to get on? So if
this is the video you want me to show? The guy's finger over the lens?
Well, I mean, it's the video of him getting arrested.
Oh, I want to see.
Oh, that is weird. There's like a finger over the lens. I may not have gotten that far.
I want to see the train.
It says, as the 57-year-old allegedly drove the train, which was embedded with a GPS tracker, he was seen picking up, quote, 2 random passengers. Now, these are the people I really want to know. Who's getting on a train with this methed out guy driving a conch train around?
I would.
Hey, I do need a lift. I don't know, man.
I would.
All right, quick hit here before we take a break. A woman in the Netherlands was recently fined for using her phone while driving. Now, you might say, good. You know, it's kind of dangerous to drive around while talking on your cell phone. I know I do not do it, especially if I don't have my hands-free device hooked up. However, she later discovered that it was all just a misunderstanding. She was actually holding an ice pack to her face while recovering from wisdom tooth operation. And there's a picture of her there. She's driving along with this blue pack of ice over her face. And I guess the police officer saw her and thought that she was talking on the phone. So which makes me think, Dick, we need to market this and have an ice pack phone case. That's right. Just had some tooth work done. Not talking on the phone.
Well, see, you're wrong. This wasn't an officer. This was a speeding camera that got her. Yeah.
Well, still, she had the thing is, they still thought they had caught her on the doing wrong, breaking the law, as they say. That's pretty funny, man.
Well, no, that's actually kind of scary if you think about it.
What do you mean?
Well, if you have this speeding camera or whatever, and
you're knuckle deep in your nose,
they got you.
Doing what, Dick?
I wonder if you hold up your hand like you're making a phone call,
like the thumb and the pinky.
Yeah, you're like, that's a phone.
Yeah, you do have a point. I mean, but the thing is, it does look like a phone. There is probably a breaking point in which they go, all right, that's not really a phone. Well, man, why don't we test it out?
Yeah, she already did. She got busted.
Well, this was in the Netherlands, so maybe they have stricter rules over there.
Yeah.
Here in the H-Town, they may be like, we don't care.
They have breeding programs.
You can have a 9mm dangling from your neck. They don't care.
Yeah.
All right, man, it's a pretty good time to take a break. When we come back, we're going to discuss the proverbial chicken crossing the road. Stick around, guys, right here on the Audience of One show.
Every Friday, tune into Texas Ticket on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM with Armando Nino of Gull Lake Conroe, focusing on Montgomery County area events and places. Get a feel of the Texas spirit at the event, paired with guest and vendor interviews, event coverage, and ticket giveaways, and so much more. Join us Fridays and punch your Texas ticket. For more information on the show, visit irlonestar.com/Texas Ticket.
Here we go. Back with Audience of One here on your community radio station. We're here every Friday at 10 o'clock. Always send your funny articles to audienceofoneshow@gmail.com. If you want to donate to keep the show going, visit our show page at irlonestar.com/AOO.
And I want to give a personal thank you to all of the onesies who are still listening at this point of the show after that first half.
What's wrong with that first half?
Lots of things were wrong with that first half. I haven't heard it, but I have a feeling I'm going to sound like King Kong. At the
No,
top
you're
of the mill.
fine to me.
Okay.
Your level was fine. It's because your headphones were turned all the way up.
No, they're not. No, they're not. But I'm glad you stuck with us through all that madness, everyone. You know what? Just for doing that, your reward is 30 more minutes of this.
Yay.
I got a few observations from my trip, man.
Oh,
I went to some
Where'd you go?
I went to sunny San Diego, and there is nothing nicer than San Diego. I don't know if you've ever been there before.
No.
It's like perpetually 74 degrees and sunny and during the day, and it's like 65 at night, and it doesn't hardly change. Every morning, the marine layer will roll in. You think, oh no, it's going to rain. It doesn't. It burns off by about 1 or 2, and then it's sunny. It's beautiful.
Why don't you move there if you like it so
Because real estate tends to be a little out of my range, Nicholas. It's expensive living.
Is it?
Yes, everybody would like to live there. And thus, a normal 3-2 is probably $1.2 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But I got to go to a couple of fancy restaurants. And it's always interesting going to these fancy restaurants in kind of a coastal town because you'll have some people that are all dressed up, looking nice, taking their dates out, dressed to the nines, ladies in their dresses, men in suits or whatever. And then you'll have some guy in jorts and an F you, I'm from Texas t-shirt. Dick. You know, and it's just funny because there's such a juxtaposition between those two. But they let everybody in. But as I'm there, I always kind of feel like I need to be on my best behavior, my best etiquette.
No way.
Yeah, my etiquette. I'm like, oh yeah, remember, no elbows on the table, this, that, and the other. And then it got me thinking, where did this rule of no elbows on the table come from?
It's probably from the etiquette or whatever it is of fine dining when you have like 9 utensils.
Yeah, I mean, I always just thought it's rude, right? I'm not sure why, but I was always trained to not do that, so I was mindful of it. We never really asked why. It's just what you did. So I looked it up.
Okay.
And you might be interested to know that for earlier civilizations, it was a way to prevent outbreaks of violence at the table.
I like it.
Table manners prevented us from leaving our space and starting a fight. It was important that people you saw you as considerate and not trying hard. So I always think of it like this, like back in earlier days,
you're guarding your
like
food.
you're guarding your food,
Yeah.
right? So, but as we became more civilized, we could put our arms to the side. I just thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's funny you talk about growing up and, you know, your dad's always saying elbows off the table,
Yep.
close your mouth while chewing. So now when my family gets together, I'm usually the one cooking. So I'm usually the last one to sit at the table.
Mm-hmm.
And when I sit at the table, I just start eating. And every time now my dad and everyone's like, hey, we're going to say grace. And my favorite.
Smacking elbows. Oh, God knows I'm good.
No, yeah. And I just go, I cooked. I get to eat when I want to
said my
eat.
prayer while I was cooking.
Yeah.
That does not fly, though, does it? I'm
It
sure
does.
Dad
No,
does
my
not.
dad didn't care.
So
Cause
do they go ahead and say grace while you're eating?
Oh, I remember one time because my mom cooked for 6 boys and girls, and then
Dear Lord, please just ignore Dick over there.
and I remember
We're trying.
I was cooking one time. I was doing steaks for everybody.
He knows not what he
and
does.
my dad made that one comment that he probably regrets saying. He's like, "Man, this is probably one of the best steaks I ever had." And my mom was like, "I cook you a steak like every week."
Ooh.
And I was like, "Ooh."
She quickly puts her elbows on the table.
Yeah. I know. I just don't care. I'm like, I'm hungry, man. I've been looking at this food for 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I just didn't know where that came from, and now we know it was basically to prevent people from fighting over their food.
I totally believe that.
Yeah. But as we became more civilized, I also tried sushi.
You never had sushi before?
I don't believe I ever have. I know I've had one of those California rolls, but I think that was actually that's actually smoked or halfway cooked. So I don't really count.
Oh, you actually had raw fish.
And I think I have had a small piece of sushi before, but it was not very good.
Pretty good.
So I'm going to say I haven't had it. So while at a very nice seafood restaurant, and my folks that I was there with were all eating sushi, and I was noticeably not, I got the, so why aren't you eating sushi, Andrew? I said, you know what? F it. I'm going to try it. So I did ask them if this was good sushi or not. Because I have no basis for comparison. Because if they're eating it and they're like, oh, this is just so good. It's the best sushi. Because they would know.
Yeah,
I needed
and
to
you're
know.
at San Diego too, so I imagine
Right.
it's somewhat fresh.
Right. So it was a smoked tuna roll, I think, the first time. And then the second one was or not smoked, but just a tuna roll. And then the second one was a salmon. And I'm here to tell you, man, sushi, it's okay.
To me, that's not real sushi. I thought sushi was like the sliver.
Well, there was a sliver on top, but there were rolls with the rice and the seaweed and the avocado and
I don't really
all
know
that
about
stuff.
Sushi. I only had a
But I did notice that everyone was doing this, and it reminded me of a conversation that we had before. They bring out all these sauces, and they're mixing them up. It's got like a pepper and a soy and ginger, and they're making some kind of paste and doing all this stuff, and they dunk it in there before they eat it. I'm thinking to myself, is it really that good if you have to do that much preparation to it beforehand in order for you to eat it? To me, it's kind of like the seasonings on the meat. If you've got to season your food that much, is the food really that good? Because they were going through all kinds of things to make this food or make this sauce, prepping it for their sushi. And I noticed you eat the slice all one. Just a huge, you don't take bites of it.
You can't.
You just huge bites.
Yeah.
But I'm like, wait a minute. That's what I used to do when I was a kid, and I didn't like the way something tasted. And my parents were saying, you got to eat or you're not excused from the table. I'd scarf the whole thing in my mouth, trying to avoid the taste. Yet here these people are masking the flavor, putting ginger, soy, and everything, and then just cramming the whole thing quickly into their mouth, and then telling everybody how good it is. I'm not so sure, man. I think this is all an act.
Oh man.
And by the way, don't give it a big whiff. The show is based all on our observations.
Yeah.
That's the point.
I mean, I enjoy it, but it's also one of those things that it reminds me of people who like coffee or those kind of things where they're
black man. I don't need no cream or sugar. I
Well,
just
they're
like
specialists.
The taste.
They're special, like the wine people. It's like it has to be a certain. But then again, you develop your palate, and that's what you like. So there you go.
I also learned something about sushi that I think is contrary to what you and I have talked about before. You've mentioned something about that 200-mile radius where you can't really get fresh seafood or sushi past that
frozen.
point. It's all frozen. So it doesn't matter. That 200-mile barrier, it doesn't matter in the terms for sushi.
Yeah.
Because they have to freeze it. It kills off all the bacteria and stuff. If they didn't freeze it, it might be a little dicey. So all sushi at one point, at least here in the United States,
really
has been frozen. Yes, has to.
Did you ask them?
It's the law. Yeah. Because I was saying, oh, this must be fresh and this and that. And they were like, well, it's frozen. I'm like, no. Let me tell you something. On my radio show, of which I'm a part of, we talked about this, and it has to be fresh. And they looked at me like I had three heads. I'm like, no, dude. It's all frozen. And suddenly,
I don't know. I've had fresh
it all
sushi.
was real to me. I bet you haven't. I bet you haven't.
It's kind of like oysters. Those are fresh. Those aren't frozen.
Oysters are a little different, I think. Right? Because they were closed in their little clamshell.
Maybe
or oyster shell.
Maybe they're a little open on the side. You don't know.
Yeah, well, they got to breathe somehow, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
They got to mate somehow.
Then again, I'm not a guy who goes, let's go eat sushi.
Oh, and
tonight.
it also had caviar on top too, so I had a little bit of that. Oh God!
I'm disappointed you didn't actually have like the true sliver sushi.
I mean, again, it was a sliver sitting on top of.
Well, I'm talking about by itself. That's like the fancy. Dude,
I was
stuff.
doing good enough to just try the sushi. Get off my back, man.
Yeah.
Didn't see you eating sushi this weekend.
I'm not a sushi guy.
I'm not either, and I don't think will I eat it again? Probably, but I don't think I'm going to sit down one night and go, God, could really go for some sushi right now. Just don't think it's going to happen.
I like it because you can get varieties.
There's all kinds.
And I'm one of those guys where it's like, I'm going to try that one, that one, that one, that one, that one.
Kind of like dating.
Yeah, all the same night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we had a couple different roles.
Yeah,
we just moved right on from one to the other. It was interesting.
Yeah, sushi.
I've also noticed how many people are walking around in social settings with over-the-ear headphones, and not just young people now. This is adults well into their 30s, 40s, 50s now, walking with earphones almost the size of what we have on. In situations where you need to be around or could potentially talk to people, there is nothing more that says I am not engaging in conversation with anyone than over-the-ear headphones.
Well, you know the new ones, they allow pass-through.
Then why wear them? What the hell?
I have no idea, dude. It is kind of wild.
It's weird.
But then again, like I remember being in high school, I had earphones in all the time, but they were like hidden from.
kind of reminds me of like the Google glasses, where you're seeing things that are in front of you, but you're seeing it through the computer lens, and it's like a digital representation of what's in front of you. What are we doing here? Just open your eyes.
It is kind of odd though when you see families where like that one or two kids is just in the corner of the table with the headphones on, having their own enjoyment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And again, he's saying, "Don't talk to me."
Because it's funny. I had that observation with my nephew not too long ago. Is he was totally cool with just sitting down in the middle of the room, just playing a game, loud as hell. And I'm like, dude, I love video games.
But turn that down.
But my sacred spot was always my room to play video games. Now, since these kids gotten used to it, every room can be their sacred spot. And I'm like, dude,
the Switch has changed the game, man.
Oh, he was playing online with his friends and just chatting it up. And I was like, dude, we're in the middle of a family event. You should just go into like one of the bedrooms. Well, my mom wants me out here. Yeah, she wants you out here to talk to us. Well, I'm playing this game right now. I'm like, no, I get it. Like, I've been there where people don't know, like when I play World of Warcraft, playing with 40 people, don't bother me.
Right. Pants are off. Don't mess with me.
Yeah. I mean,
you need a t-shirt. If the pants are off, don't mess with me.
Well, no one really fully understood it at that time where it's like, oh, you're talking to people. Didn't know that.
You were a trendsetter, a pioneer, a trailblazer, some might say.
Yeah, but he's doing the same thing, but in the middle of a family gathering. I'm like, dude, what the hell? It's pretty ballsy. I like it. He's raid time, man. It's raid time. But, yeah.
Also had this weird thing happen to me while I was in the airport. I'm standing in line to catch my flight, but it was kind of early, so the line hadn't quite formed, but I'm nearing getting in line. Let's put it that way. And this person comes over to me and says, "Hey, man, will you take my picture?"
Oh, yeah?
And I said, "Sure." Now, I'm perfectly fine taking pictures if it's like a group setting or a group of people. This guy or girl, not really sure.
Okay.
Was by himself or herself.
What's wrong with that?
Right. It's fine, though, if you're like in front of something scenic, you want to get the thing behind you, whatever it might be, Mount Fuji, or I don't know, maybe it was the San Diego No, this was just a wall in the airport, and he wanted his picture taken. I keep saying here, I think it was a she. So I said, sure. So this person sits down. I'm going to do a little bit of visual here. This is funny. Sits down, leans forward to the edge of the chair, does the double pieces and looks at me like this. It poses real hard, man, looking real hard. I'm like, all right, take that one. I'm like, okay, here you go. She has the balls to go, can you take another one? Sure, man. So I grabbed the camera. They even go even harder.
Yeah.
I just wondered, what message are we trying to send here? Because you know that picture, it's not like he's going to go.
At least it's not in the bathroom.
Well,
that would be awesome.
But it might as well
I'd make you do that.
It might as well have been.
Add it to my list of like making Andrew do things. Hey, take the phone. When the guy gets off the urinal before he goes to wash his hands,
could you take a picture?
Can you take a picture of me? I think that would be great. You know what's funny? You say
Standing
that
in front of the urinal, looking real tough, double deucing.
We're doing the bowling thing, and I was like, I asked the guy to take a picture of me in our group. And then he did it. And then he took a selfie before he took our picture. And I was like, hey, man, did you?
That's funny.
Did you know you took a selfie? He's like, I do that all the time. When someone asks me to take a picture.
Just to remind you, hey, this is the guy that took the picture.
Yeah, I liked it.
That's actually,
I was like, that's a power
something
move.
you're going to do. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And this person, I'm not trying to suggest that they were trans or anything like that. I think it was just a very rough-looking female. And when I mean rough, I mean like,
so I would have liked her.
Tough. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. She was rough.
That's funny, man. Like I have no problem taking pictures of people. And
I don't know. I just don't know what message you're trying to send of look at me standing against this wall looking tough. Because you know it was going to go on social media or something.
Well, selfies to me still feel awkward.
Yeah, you can never look right either.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, look at that double chin. That doesn't look right. Oh, look at that. I only have one ear. It just doesn't look right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like that selfie I took you of me drinking that illegal beer.
Illegal beer?
Yeah, I remember I was in the no drinking zone. And I'm like, look what I'm doing.
Ah, got you. Yes,
like,
illegal beer. Yeah.
I'm drinking an illegal.
But
well, it said no food or drinks.
breaking the law.
No one can stop me.
Oh man, this is funny. A Florida woman faces assault charges after allegedly using bear mace to attack a driver who sped past her, running over and killing a chicken she had stopped to let cross the road. This is interesting, but apparently a woman named Cynthia Diaz Sosa, who was 38, had stopped at an intersection, okay, in Key West, another Florida story, to let the chicken cross the road. Well, there was a lady behind her named Perla DeMiller, honked her horn. I ain't got time, hurry up. Went past her, sped past her, and ran smooth over the chicken.
That's awesome.
Well, this pissed Cynthia Diaz Sosa of Key West, Florida off, chased her down, stopped her, and sprayed her with bear mace to teach her a lesson.
I like
Can you imagine I mean, because if you are the type person who's, all right, chicken, cross the road. And I mean, they take their time sometimes.
Yeah, you just kick them.
Yeah, and this person was like, meh, meh, hurry up. You just kick them. No, she was being kind.
Yeah,
she speeds off behind her and runs clean over it.
Chickens have so much comfort in them. You just kick them. You don't kick. I think the funny part is she carries bear mace in Florida.
That's another. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
exactly.
To me, that's awesome.
Yeah. They began fighting over the door, the report states. Cynthia wanted to, quote, teach her a lesson. So she pulled her out of the car, sprayed her with bear mace.
$35,000 bond?
$35,000. And there is a picture of this Cynthia Sosa. Just going to say, does not appear like the woman who would commit an act of violence. Let's just say that. She looks more like one of the school teachers that may have messed around with a 13-year-old.
Oh, is that a certain look?
No, I'm just saying she's. Yeah, it is a certain look, actually. I'll let our onesies decide on what I mean by that. Well, she was pulled over by police, arrested, and charged with 2 counts of aggravated battery and 1 count of burglary with assault or battery. I'm not sure what the burglary would be. Don't you have to steal something for burglary? I understand the battery. Maybe she took the chicken with her. Stealing the chicken. And what kind of place is there just a chicken running around? I don't know. Maybe
that could be anywhere, dude.
Yeah, you're kind of right. You're kind of right. Dick, are you familiar with what this Annabelle doll is?
Is that from the Scary Movie?
No, it's kind of a thing. Well, apparently there was a guy named Dan Rivera, and he was a paranormal investigator and handler of the Annabelle doll, which we'll talk here a little bit more in a minute. That's rumored to be possessed by evil spirits. Well, he died while on a tour of said Annabelle doll. He's 54 years old. He died July 13 in a Gettysburg, Pennsylvania hotel room, and they're saying that his death was nothing suspicious. But I don't know about this.
Of course they would say that.
Well, the Annabelle is a Raggedy Ann doll that has been claimed to be haunted, according to the paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. The doll frightened its owner, so they moved it to their now closed museum in Connecticut during the 1970s. Academics and science writers have dismissed their claims as myth and folklore. Yes, but according to the Warrens, they were given the doll in the 1970s by a 28-year-old student nurse, and her name was Donna, who claimed that the doll could move by itself and exhibited malicious and frightening behavior. The Warrens said a psychic medium had told the student nurse her doll had been taken over by the spirit of a 6-year-old dead girl named Annabelle. Well, this guy Rivera had been giving...
Am I supposed to believe a 6-year-old is the demon?
That's right. And she is now inside this doll that it can get up and move and do whatever. It's possessed. As think of Chucky. It's like a Chucky doll, supposedly. And this Dan Rivera, it is. Well, it's a Raggedy Ann doll. Although this
with the legs, the way they're like that picture we show right now. It's the way it's sitting.
Yeah, it's sitting very upright.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem so raggedy. It seems more rigidy.
She's mansplaining.
She is kind of mansplaining, yes. Well, this Rivera guy had apparently been giving tours of this Connecticut place and with the doll, and he done turned up dead.
Yeah.
With reasons unknown.
He didn't pay his entry fee.
To what?
To the museum.
He's giving the tour, dude.
Oh, so the tour guide died.
Yes, the guy. He's part of the tour. He's been giving these tours.
Oh, then that's just a freak accident.
Kind of weird. You don't think there's anything suspicious? You don't think old Annabelle had something to do with this? I had never heard of this.
This reminds me is the other day I was using my phone. I did the Surrey thing, and I was like, "Oh, thank you," and then it said, "You're welcome."
Mm-hmm. We've talked about this,
and it triggered in my mind. I was like, please remember me as a nice person. So maybe he said something mean to the doll.
He may have.
Maybe he went to him like, I like your sister. you know,
Well,
what's Annabelle has a sister?
Are you interested?
I'm not a doll person, so I don't really know.
Right. You're not convincing me of such.
Yeah.
Well, the investigator said that the Annabelle doll was not present at the scene of his death and that Rivera was found alone. Says that Annabelle may have been inside his van or a van in the hotel parking lot, although he cannot confirm officially the doll's location. Well, yeah, much like Chucky, the little bastard runs around everywhere. You can't pinpoint him.
Like Elf on a Shelf.
Like Elf on a Shelf. Yeah, he needs to make a quick demise as well.
Yeah. I don't understand.
I don't know, man. I
just claim the elf has a demon in it and you got to burn it.
I don't think that's a smart idea. The demon's going to come back. It's just going to re-embody itself in something else, like the Dalai Lama. Not a good idea. You just have to make friends with it. Become one with it.
Wouldn't that be a great story if the next Dalai Lama is the Antichrist?
That would be a conundrum.
That'd be a little weird, wouldn't it?
It'd be a very interesting future for us all.
That's a good movie right there.
Sci-fi.
Yeah. Why would it be sci-fi? It'd be
the
spiritual.
New England Society for Psychic Research. That's a place I'd like to. You know what? If you're going to have a society,
is that
psychic research is a good one to have.
Is that at the Scientology place?
No.
Oh.
No, you're psychic, not Scientology. You're close though.
Yeah. I like these kind of stories. It's
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I figured that you would.
I'm going to get you one of these dolls.
Yeah. No, that's kind of creepy, although it may be the thumbnail for this show.
Or give me a calendar full of them.
Pooping. You know, we have talked about cheese before on this show and how certain cheeses can be quite expensive.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I'm doing this story, but a smelly slab of green cheese sold for a Guinness World Record amount. Would you like to guess how much? And this is just
I just saw it.
Oh, I can't play the game.
Yeah.
Sold for $42,232.
Maybe that's a new smuggling ring.
Yeah, what's in the cheese?
No, because they don't always say like that's how you can launder money is by art.
Sure. Yeah. Oh,
so now it's cheese.
Is the new art.
They moved on to cheese, dude.
I get. You know, you have a good point. It's very likely. Well, this was a 5-pound chunk of caparellas, a Spanish blue cheese. Now get this. This is what really threw me off here. It was aged in a cave for 10 months.
That's cool.
By Angel Diaz Herrero Cheese Factory. That's right. There is such a thing as an Angel Diaz Herrero Cheese Factory. Sounds like it's just a cave or a hole in the wall. And there's a picture of this thing. Dick, I want you to show this piece of cheese to the onesies. Does that at all look like something that, first of all, you would pay any money for, but second of all, put in your mouth?
You know what it looks like to me is, remember in grade school when you did the green eggs and ham?
Mm-hmm.
And they you make it?
You make green eggs and ham?
Yeah.
Oh, like with dye food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what it reminds me of.
It does look, actually, it looks like a piece of cake with a little bit of chocolate on top to me.
I wouldn't want to try that.
But what is also amazing is look at the crowd behind them. You mean to tell me cheese auctions garner hundreds, if not thousands of people to come and watch? Man.
Where was this at? Wisconsin?
No, this one was in
Spain.
Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all kind of weird in Spain. But I mean, these pictures just show thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah, look at that.
I guess, man. I guess in order to make the cheese really viejo y mojo, you got to do it in a cave, I guess.
I dig it.
I don't know. Dick, did you see the rumors of a so-called extreme sunburn competition going around?
What? That sounds stupid.
I saw this myself in my social media, the 99th annual sunburn competition held in Florida. And I went back to find said competition. You're just going to have to do your own Google search for it because you'll see pictures of all these people that are basically red as lobsters out running in the beach. And I thought, there is no way. But apparently there is some conjecture, some controversy as to if this is real or not. My thought is, well, they advertise it as the 99th annual.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we have some sort of evidence that this has occurred before? But examples of online posts say that the burns from an extreme sunburn competition are fake. But I didn't know if this had made the rounds on your algae.
No.
Your algorithm. Did you find pictures?
The Epstein thing did, and that turned out fake.
Yeah, go
So-
figure. Complete fake. 100.
AI is all over the place.
Yeah. So fake. Did you see any pictures of there? I did. There
No,
weren't
I
any.
couldn't find any.
Really? If you type in 99th annual Sunburn competition, you don't. I can hear that in my mic too. But I kind of figured this wouldn't be something that would be celebrated, especially who's going to be the sponsor of this. Certainly not going to be, what is it, Sunblock.
Look at this.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to. So these were the pictures that were shown to me in my social media. I thought, there's no way. This has got to be fake. It doesn't look fake, though. It does look real. I guess everybody would go out and just, the idea here is to just see who can get the reddest. Oh, it looks, I mean, it looks painful. These people are beat red.
They aren't real.
I guess that's really what it is it's not real, Andrew. It's not real.
I love it.
I don't know. We got quick hit here at the end of the show,
Yeah,
you
quick
think?
hit. Let's do it.
All right, quick hit. Dick, quick hit here at the end of the show. Do you know who Sylvester McGee is?
No, I don't.
Sylvester McGee, born in 1841, died October 15th of 1971. Received much publicity as the last living former American slave.
Wow.
That's right. He was accepted for treatment by the Mississippi Veterans Hospital as a veteran of the American Civil War, and he died in the 1970s. Whoa. Which is kind of crazy to think that there was a guy on this planet who was a slave during the Civil War who was watching like the Packers and the Cowboys playing like Super Bowl II, you know? Kind of weird.
So this is, they're kind of saying that he wasn't that old.
Huh?
They're saying this might be fake.
No. Not Sylvester McGee.
Yeah, because he would be like 120 or whatever. What I like, though,
Yeah,
is,
it says he'd be 130, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, it says supposedly aged 130. I did not do the math there.
Yeah. What I like about, though, reading it, it said
this
that...
is great, actually. This story just took a whole new turn.
Yeah, so in a 1966 interview, he stated that he never drunk alcohol nor uttered a swear
Lie.
word, although he smoked cigarettes for 108 years. But this is where it gets good. But in his later years, he made a living selling automated needle threaders and digging graves. What a journeyman.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, you do what you have to do to make it by. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like it. I mean,
Yeah, you're right. I guess I didn't do the math here. If I look off to the side, it says
AI's getting you, dude.
born. Well, this is
Most gullible, hated. Like, no wonder you have so much hatred in your life. You're so gullible.
Well, it says
It's just frustration
born
every
in
day.
1841, quote, allegedly, and then died at 71, supposedly. So
Oh my
maybe
God.
this guy never even really lived. I don't know.
You
but
find the worst people.
well, it's not. I didn't say they were the best people. It's just
But I
a
think
quick hit.
if it's documented that he's a gravedigger, hats off to that guy.
There you go. Well,
That's
gonna,
old school grave
I'm
digging
gonna
right there.
hold up on giving him the Audience of the One Onesie of the Week
Yeah.
award until I do a little bit more
No,
research.
I know the Onesie of the
on
Week
this guy.
award is that bear mace lady.
Yeah, maybe is it the lady who tried to let the chicken cross the street and got maced? I think I'm more on her
Wait,
side.
I thought she was the one carrying the
No.
mace.
Lady, no. Lady stops. Well, yeah. So
She
okay,
got
yeah,
upset
never mind. Yeah,
'cause the
I
chick-
got
yeah.
that backwards. You're right.
Because that's definitely like my kind of woman.
Yeah, so she stops. She has a kind heart,
Because I
chickens.
did pull that card a lot.
but she'll
This
mace your
girl-
ass if you run over it.
This girl, you're gonna love this.
Uh-huh.
So there's this girl I was hanging out with for a year or so, and she always carried mace, and it was always on her keys. So everyone always made a comment like, "Oh, you always carry mace on you? Like, why?" And I got to the point where I interjected, "It's like it's because of me.
It's like,
I'm
look
a-
who she's dating.
Yeah, I'm an abusive man. I need to be put down."
You never know. It might get a little handsy.
Yeah, especially when we're bowling naked.
Again, that's why I asked if that was the type of woman that did it for you.
Yeah,
She might be.
it takes
she
a
might
special
be
someone to get me going. That's for sure. You gotta have a little.
Man,
you gotta have a little crazy in you.
I should have read on, because it does say on McGee's purported 124th birthday.
Yeah.
The citizens of Collins, Mississippi held a party where? At the country grocery store, complete with a 5-layer cake and 124 candles.
There you go, dude.
All right. I want to believe this. In my heart of hearts, I want to believe this. But I think old Sylvester McGee might be a tall tale. I don't know.
I love it.
Still a good.
Well,
quick hit.
Andrew, it was good to see you, dude.
Yeah. Glad we were able to get the show.
And we'll be back to normal schedule next week, hopefully.
Yeah, maybe. This will not be an FM release, but it's going straight to YouTube podcast. Enjoy, onesies. Until next week.
Bye.
Bye.